number 4. That looks strange. Stop talking. All right, got to get the cosine of formula correct. Folks, I can't do a thing for you if you pick up the wrong formula off of your card. Except for go. Frowny face, I'm sorry. Wrong formula. Okay, that's not going to be good. The cosine, what we're given, is I'm given in the problem, number 4, says find the exact value of the cosine of the A plus B if the cosine of A, 2 triangles. Cosine of A is negative 5/3. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. That's a triple. My third side is 12. Okay? Now, B says the sine of B, which is opposite over hypotenuse, 7, 24, 25 is one of those triples. You can do the Pythagorean theorem to figure it out, but there it is. Yes, ma'am. And it's all in your, it's from the problem. It says, bless you. The terminal side of A lies in quadrant 2. Think about your signs. They're over here. Negative, positive, negative. And then, yes, sine of A. So the sine of A is 12/13. The cosine of A is 5/13. The tangent of A is, some horse caught a horse taking oats away, 12/5. I'll put in my signs, cosine, sine, and tangent. So cosine is negative, sine is positive, tangent is negative. You've got to be mindful of these signs. Go back to the instructions. It says that the terminal side of B also lies in quadrant 2. Cosine, sine, and tangent. So that means the sine of B is 7/25. Cosine of B is 24/25. Tangent of B is 7/24. Go back and put in the signs. Cosine and tangent are negative. Now, all I do is I fill in my values. That's it for number 4. This one's easy because I trust my signs. I'm trusting that my work in those 2 triangles are correct. I'm trusting that my signs are correct. Cosine of A is negative 5/13 times cosine of B, negative 24/25 minus sine of A, 12/13, sine of B, 7/25. Folks, if you notice that both sides, yes, if you notice that your denominators are the same, then do not cross-cancel the 5 with the 25. I want like denominators. That way I can subtract or add my fractions. Multiply straight across. What? Right, you're causing yourself extra work at the end. Negative 5 times negative 24 is positive 120/325. Subtract 12 times 7 is 84/325, which is 36/325. Questions? So that problem is easy. Easy, okay? Number 5. And I'm going to roll right on through and you get caught up watching the video. Number 5 says you're using double angles. Good day. All right, first one. Here we go. Sine is, here's my angle X. It says the sine is 3/5, which means my third side is 4 because that's a triple. It says that it's between pi/2 and pi. What quadrant is that? Second. Sines are negative, positive, negative, cosine, sine, and tangent. I want to find the cosine of the double angle. Well, cosine formula. Again, pick up the correct. I use this one, cosine squared minus sine squared. You've got a couple to choose from. That means I only need my cosine and my sine values. I don't need my tangent. I'm not going to use it in this formula. My sine of this triangle of x is 3/5. My cosine of x is 4/5. And y'all know I go at the end and I plug in my values. My sines, rather. Positive sine, negative cosine. Come over here and fill this in. Cosine squared is negative 4/5 squared minus 3/5 squared. Folks, what's a negative times a negative? Positive 16 over 25. Subtract positive 9 over 25 with 16 minus 9. 7 over 25. That is the cosine of the double angle. And on the double angles, trust your signs from your prep work. Okay? Trust your signs. Does that help? That's one of them out of number 5. I'm going to let you do the other one. Holy crap, number 6. Damien, do you like number 6? Yeah. It's pretty simple. Here's number 6. What was it? 6 times the sine of pi over 3, cosine of pi over 3? Folks, what's the only thing that you know already? You know that pi over 3's terminal point is what? Isn't it 1/2 root 3 over 2? 1/2 is the cosine value, root 3 over 2 is the sine value. Right on? Check this out. What's this mean? 6 times the sine value times the cosine value. Watch this. What's my sine value? What's my cosine? Seriously, is that it? Yep, that's it. I'm going to cross cancel because I don't have a calculator. Multiply across 3 times root 3 times 1 is 3 root 3. 1 times 1 times 2 is 2. Shamalama ding dong. Yeah, that's it. Will you have one on your test like that? Yep. No, not happening. Can I go with a half angle? Where is your work? Where is the most work, prep work you have to do? Double angles, half angles. Half angles have the most. And half angles are the ones that your sines, S-I-G-N-S's, come from that second piece of work. Okay? Everything else, what do? Rule of thumb is to trust your signs. Trust your prep work. If you get your prep work wrong, that's a tongue twister, then what's definitely going to happen? You're going to have the problem wrong, okay? You got to get that some old horse caught a horse taking oats away stuff right, and you got to get the quadrants right, and you got to get your signs right from the get-go. If you don't, you're doomed. And I don't want to speak that on you. I'm just trying to make you understand how important it is, okay? So let's look at 7. 7A. 7A, 7A, 7A. It says use the half angles to answer, okay? Our sine of x is negative 7 over 25. So do I put negative 7 over here for this side? No, a length can never be negative, right on? This is another one of those triples. One of them we've not really seen, but it is a triple. 7, 24, 25. And if you don't believe me, use Pythagorean equation and find out. And then let's find, all we have to use, we're given that this triangle x is in pi less than x less than 3 pi over 2. Where is that? What quadrant? Quadrant 3, okay? Which is down here, negative, negative, positive. Do you guys agree with that? Okay? Now, I've got to find sine of the half angle. You better make sure you pick up the right formula, because it would be a if you didn't. I'm going to write it over here, sine of the half angle, which is, I'm going to just write it so I'll have it. There it is. Now, am I done with my prep work? No, I'm not done. So I need the cosine value. That's the only value I need. Cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So cosine of x of this triangle is 24 over 25, and it has to be negative. Do you guys agree with that? So the value that I'm going to plug in that formula is negative 24 over 25. Do you guys agree? Am I done with my prep work? No. On half angles, I literally have to go through and do what to this inequality? Divide by 2. When I do that, what is it providing me with? The sines for our half angle, which is our answer. 3/2 divided by 2, throw it in your calculator, math bracket, and it gives you 3 pi over 4, which is what quadrant? Quadrant 2, which is negative, positive, negative. Do you guys agree with that? This is for my answer. Put that down. This is going to help us for my answer, okay? And now I'm ready to crunch numbers. Do I need to continue writing plus or minus the square root of blah, 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 blah? No. I'm looking for the sine of my half angle, which is positive. So I'm done with my plus minus thing. And I'm going to go old school, bless you. 1 minus, what's the cosine of x? How'd you know that? Because you just found it over there. Negative 24 over 25 divided by 2. Y'all with me? I got minus a negative, which is actually plus a positive, right? So we have 25 25ths plus 24 25ths divided by 2 over 1. You with me? Okay? Mr. Bradshaw will be so proud of me. 25 plus 24 is 49. Because he always said, are you with me? Y'all remember him getting on an, are you with me, PC? PC, are you with me? Patrick County High School. He would always say Patrick County High School because we did not know that we were, I love Mr. Bradshaw, if he's watching this video, because I know he does. Not, he does not. He is my only viewer for these videos. All right, so square root of 49. Hello, that's a perfect square. And then 50. The highest perfect square that goes into 50 is 25, right? So I've got to continue simplifying 5 root 2. Now, this is where some of us get thrown because we're rationalizing. I don't have to multiply that whole fraction by 5 root 2, just root 2, because that's what I'm trying to get rid of. So just the piece I'm trying to get rid of, root 2 over root 2, which is 7 root 2 over 5 times plain old 2, which gives us 7 root 2 over 10. And I'd already determined that the sign, S-I-G-N sign, was positive. Holy moly. Are we good? That's my answer. Yes. Go ahead. If it were 5 plus root 2 in the denominator, what would I have to multiply then? The conjugate. 5 minus root 2 over 5 minus root 2. We want monomials in the denominator because it's easier. If you get a binomial with the radical, conjugate. Okay, yes ma'am?
If it were to be like 10 root 2 over 10, could you simplify to my whole 10?
10 root 2 over 10? Cross them out because that's exactly like having 10x divided by 10. And yes, you could, and you would be left with root 2. Good question. Other questions? You want me to go back and pick up at 3?
Yes.
3. Was it 3A? 3A. All right, negative 15 just means that that angle has been rotated which way? Down. Which formula did you use, Beth? Did you use the sum or the difference? Difference. So she had tangent of 30 minus 45. Do you guys agree with that? What are my two angles that I'm using? A 30-degree angle. Everybody, what's that terminal point? Please don't make me check your cards tomorrow that you don't have these, because if you do, it would be awful if I ripped up your card. Ooh, that would be ugly, wouldn't it? Would I be ugly enough to do that? Yes, I would. Would I care? No. 45. You better know those terminal points, and they better not be on that card. Terminal point for 45, root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2. But hello, we need the tangent value, don't we? Tangent is sine divided by cosine. Well, the tangent value of 45 is easy because it is 1. The tangent value for 30, not so easy. But I am going to go sine divided by cosine. This is for my 30-degree angle. You with me? You with me? That's what you did. That's what it was, wasn't it? Yep. You want me to finish it out? You sure? I'll be happy to. Does anybody want me to finish this? Okay. Do you see what I did? Sine divided by cosine. I had to rationalize, okay? The tangent formula. It's something big. I don't remember what it is. Tangent of 30 minus tangent of 45 over 1 minus tangent 30, tangent 45. Right on? Good. I love your responses. Thank you so much. Tangent of 30 is root 3 over 3. I'm going old school. Minus tangent of 45, which is 1, right? Divided by 1 minus tangent of 30, root 3 over 3, times 1. Well, that's easy. Folks, follow order of operations. I'm going to rewrite this because I have to have like denominators. Root 3 minus 3 over 3. Do you understand why I wrote it? I skipped steps. And it's documented forever on YouTube. My God. I won't erase it because I eventually will get 100 views in 20 years. Here we go. 1 minus root 3 over 3, shalalash. Divided by, that's going to be 3 minus root 3 over 3. Do you guys agree with that? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm getting my like denominators. Skip 2 steps in there. Aren't y'all proud of me? Took me 6 weeks. No, you're nothing. Nothing. You're not proud of me at all. Now what? What did I just do? Did something crazy? What did I do? Crazy. Oh, I can stand here. No, I did not. Tell me what I did. Copy, change, flip, rock on. Whoever said it, it's come from over here. I multiplied by the reciprocal, didn't I? I can mark out my 3's. Can I mark out my root 3's? Why not? They're holding hands. Yes, sir. No. Because it's minus. 1 minus that denominator. You're talking about the denominator, right? What formula did you use, though? Did you use the difference or the sum? The difference. Shut the door. Nope. Watch this. Watch this. I don't know what y'all are talking about. What the crap, y'all? Thank you. Thank you. Now what? Now what, Kaylee? What? No, no, no. What? No. I'm going to multiply by the conjugate. So we're going to multiply by the conjugate. Because I have a radical in the denominator that is part of a binomial. We're going to FOIL on the top. And folks, you better pay attention, okay? First, root 3 times 3 is 3 root 3. Root 3 times negative root 3 ends up being negative root 9, which is actually negative 3. Negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9, and negative 3 times negative root 3 is positive 3 root 3. Are you with me on that step? All I did was FOILed. That's all. What's the bottom? Blah. It's difference is squares, which means I only have to do the F and the L, right? Blah. 3 times 3 is 9. Root 3 times negative root 3 is minus 3. Everybody cool? Good. Combine like terms. 3 root 3 plus 3 root 3 is what? 6 root 3. What's negative 3 minus 9? Minus 12 over, dagnabbit, why did I do that again? Positive 6. How do I take care of the numerator? I take out the GCF, which is 6, which leaves me root 3 minus 2. And now what happens? Boom, boom. And my answer is that thing right there. Good for you. High five. Did you get it right? Okay, good. Did you follow my work? I just showed more steps than you. That's all. Okay. And do I ask you to do it my way? No, I don't. I have to be able to follow your way, though, in case you were to make a mistake. Remember that. Always remember that. Any other questions? Number 2 is recorded in first block. You want me to do that? Does anybody else want me to go through and do number 2? Okay. It did. Time stands still, folks, when you're having fun. Not really. That's a lie.